Hello, my name is Jack Hardy and I teach Classical Civilisation at Hills Road. Classical Civilisation explores the literature, history, culture and thought of ancient Greeks and Romans. Literary texts are the focus of the subject, and with their unique composition and exciting tales of gods and heroes, from Homer's Iliad to Virgil's Aeneid, there will always be something to keep you engaged in the lesson. Studying this subject will enable you to develop a variety of skills. Whether it's researching different cultures, interpreting texts, or using critical thinking to determine an important moment in history, the Classical Civilisation A-Level will prepare you for an array of degrees and career paths. Classical Civilisation is highly regarded by both universities and employers. History, both ancient and modern, politics, literature, law, finance, are just some of the courses this unique subject could lead you to. Outside the classroom, there is plenty you can get involved with, from trips to classical plays and events in the UK, getting involved in the Student Classics Society, to listening to the outstanding guest speakers that regularly attend the college. Now, please hear from our students who will talk to you about their experiences within the department.
I was always into history as a child. It was always my favourite subject. But after reading a series of books called Percy Jackson, which are really special to me, it got me interested in the ancient world and specifically Greek mythology, and then of course it goes on to Roman. And then I discovered that at Hills you can take classics.
Last year I went to Class Society every week, and then this year, because it was the Year 13s that was running it, I became a Year 13 and decided to start running it with two of my friends in Latin class.
We discuss a really broad range of things, both going into more detail with things that are on the course. So for example, the Aeneid, which is on the Classics and Latin course, we'll study that in more depth. But also we do things that are off the spec. So we do things like we did pottery painting one session. We do like debates such as Greece versus Rome. We've done presentations on Roman baths. We've got an upcoming presentation on mythical creatures, and looking at all kinds of areas that interest people.
A wide range of ideas are explored throughout this subject, including the anger of Achilles, the tragic heroism of Dido and Oedipus, Cato's stoicism, Caesar's anti-republican behaviour, and much more. Throughout each of these areas you will explore critically the ways in which classical texts might be interpreted to understand their historical context, what they mean to the societies that produce them, and what they mean to us today.
We also have a lot of opportunities to do extracurricular trips and stuff, such as in 2 weeks we're going to London to see a reading of the Aeneid, which I've started studying. We've done about 4 books of it so far, so I for one am really looking forward to going and seeing it done live.
It's important to note that all texts are studied in translation, so you don't need to know any languages other than English, nor do we expect any prior knowledge of this subject. More than half the students in your class will have never studied any classical subject before, so you can rest assured we'll support you thoroughly throughout this A-Level.